Good Monday morning. It's July 20th, 2020, coming to you from Central Florida. This is Guy McPherson of GuyMcPherson.com. That's Nature Bats Last. Here to provide a few headlines as the market opens, stock markets open in the United States. First, from the Washington Post, this one is from last night. The lights go out on Lebanon's economy as financial collapse accelerates. They have grid-tied electricity for 2 to 3 hours a day in Beirut, and last month a commercial airline had to abort its landing because there were no lights on the runway. Coming soon to a neighborhood near you. U.S. states report record COVID-19 counts, but Trump plays down threat. That's from the Wall Street Journal from this morning. Also this morning from Bloomberg, bonds wave red flag on U.S. economy while stocks show green. How green are stocks showing? How much are they giving the overhead? Well, also this morning from the street, Chevron to buy Noble Energy in $5 billion oil patch tie-up. So the oil companies apparently are still doing fine with respect to stocks. And Chevron made that purchase with stocks. From NPR, lawmakers are far apart on a new coronavirus relief bill. Here are 5 sticking points, and the sticking points basically describe whether and how much of the taxpayers' money that they've paid will come back to them in the form of coronavirus relief, in the form of measures that help people who paid their taxes get relief from those taxes from the coronavirus. As you can imagine, when it comes to tax money, there's a lot of argument that needs to be going on before the House and the Senate will release money for the people who paid the money in the first place. Only in America does this make sense. From CNBC, wealthy Americans have less doubt about market rally, economy, but still fear stock investing. I would sure as hell think so. I would fear stock investing at this point when the whole thing is insane. When the days that indicate the market should be going down, it goes up, and vice versa. I have no idea what's going on. The stock market is completely disconnected from the economy and from reality. With any significant measure of the economy, the United States economy is in worse shape than it was during the Great Depression. From CNN Business, can U.S. tech stocks keep racing ahead? Apparently so. Apparently forever. A few years ago, I was on tour and I played a little joke. I showed a little cartoon indicating that the system would keep sending out tweets on Twitter long after the last human died. And apparently the stock markets with their algorithms will keep going long after the last human being dies. So we got that going for us. Meanwhile, from Barron's, 414 companies nearing default and 2 more numbers to know. The 2 more numbers to know, CDC has extended the no sail order for cruise ships through the end of September. So cruise ships are not allowed to cruise anymore until the end of September, according to the CDC. And the even more important number, Moody's has released its list of companies nearing default, and gold and silver prices are up. So gold and silver prices are up, and the CDC issues a no-sale order through the end of September. Those are the 2 other things you need to know besides 414 companies during default. Take a breath. We're not through with it yet. From MarketWatch, is the great rotation in the stock market underway as coronavirus cases surge? Or is it a false dawn? Dawn as in daylight. Here's what experts think. Yeah, I'd really count on those experts to tell you the truth. Top analysts are betting on stocks like Apple and Disney for long-term gains, according to CNBC. So CNBC's headline this morning reads, top analysts are betting on stocks like Apple and Disney for long-term gains. The headline from Barron's, on the other hand, says a giant fund sold Apple and Microsoft stock. Here are two stocks it bought. The two stocks it bought are, while slashing Apple and Microsoft, they bought Nike, because everybody needs tennis shoes, and Abbott Laboratories, which is a pharmaceutical company that also sells medical devices and diagnostic devices. Finally, from Yahoo Finance, why the next decade of stock market returns could blow away expectations, morning brief. Yes, I bet the next decade of stock market returns will blow away expectations because most people expect to be alive in a decade. And won't they be blown away when their returns aren't as high as they thought they were going to be? Because without humans, there are no returns. If there's no investors, there's no investment. And despite the mixed pile of news, the stock market's open all higher. And notably, the NASDAQ, the tech stocks index, is well up this morning. Dow Jones is up 13, the NASDAQ is up 35, the S&P 500 is up barely above zero.